It's Peter Parker here from Milling and Grain magazine at PIX AMC 2018. I'm joined by Noelene Davis, the Executive Director of the FIAAA, or the Feed Ingredients and Additives Association of Australia. Noelene, thank you for joining me.
Yeah, thanks Peter, nice to be here.
Yeah, could you please just introduce yourself and your role in the organisation?
Yeah, okay. Well, I think I'm very lucky. I'm fairly new to this role, and it's looking after the members of the FIAAA. So we're a representative association, so we've got several pillars to it, I suppose. So safe feed for animals is really the big thing that we're doing in the association, and so that's based around quality. So we've got a code of practice which members certify to, and if you've certified to that code, then it's giving assurance to stock feed manufacturers that use our feed ingredients, that they're buying safe feed and they don't have to go and recheck that safe feed.
Right. And yeah. Is that the FIAAA code, or what does that refer to?
Yes, and in fact it came about with a couple of years ago. The FIAAA's founding members realised that there was a gap because our feed ingredients had to be registered with the APVMA, and that was very hard. And so with deregulation, which is sort of another sort of story, but we ended up developing this code of practice, which is an industry code, so it's self-regulation.
Right.
So as opposed to you having to comply with your government regulations directly, you're complying with them by the industry, complying with the industry code.
Excellent. And you mentioned there deregulation, and I heard that the association's had some success in this regard. Could you?
Look, that was before my time, but the association just did a wonderful job. They worked with the Department of Agriculture, and it wasn't just us, it was the pet feed ingredients, pet feed manufacturers as well. And so the Department of Agriculture, realising how hard it was to register these products because they're relatively small, though incredibly significant, but being so small it was very hard to justify the cost of registering them. And so working together they worked around a way that they would still be agricultural veterinary medicines, so they still fall within the regulations of the Department of Agriculture, but didn't have to be registered.
Right.
Yeah, but you have to meet specific requirements.
Yeah, sure, cool. Is there what value do you think that the FIAAA brings to the Australian industry?
Yeah, well, several things, and I suppose some of them are hidden. So that code of practice is incredibly important, allowing members to certify to that as one of the pillars of meeting the regulatory requirements. Then we do some work in the background, and a lot of that's to do with lobbying and discussing with the departments, the future and where there are problems. So as you can imagine, like we've got nearly 60 members, and if each of them approach the Department of Agriculture about imports, imports is a really important thing to them, or registration or anything like that, it's too much. The department can't deal with that many people.
Yeah, sure.
So we represent our members.
The voice.
Yeah,
really.
Well, yes, that's right. Yeah. Exactly, we're the voice
Great.
of the feed ingredients.
So your membership then isn't individuals, it's companies only, 60 companies?
Yes. So, and they can be large or small companies too.
Right.
So we go from the multinational companies that have got branches all around the world to very small ones who are distributors. They might just work out of an office.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so we can have one-man band all the way up to very large companies that are our members.
Oh, excellent. Yeah. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you'd like to mention in this interview before we wrap it up?
What else would I like to talk about? Well, I suppose that the future of the FIAAA is really important to us, and compliance, I suppose, is very important. So, I mentioned to you that very big win that we had.
Yes.
we need that to continue. So we need to get the message out there about the role of the FIAAA and why people should be members if they've got these food ingredients.
Great, excellent. Well, I'm gonna write on the FIAAA in the 2018 PIX AMC show report. So hopefully a few more people will know about it and the good you're doing for the industry.
Yeah, that's wonderful.
Cool.
Thanks, Peter.
Cool. Hey, thanks for your time.
Okay.
Cool. Bye bye.